We all love beer batter and onion rings, but how about beer batter focaccia?
Ooh.
Meaning beer in the batter, not focaccia dipped in a beer batter, which is what that kind of sounded like. But
now I kind of want that. Why didn't you make that, buddy?
Okay, but there's beer in it, and that means it's gonna be good.
That's all I needed to hear. If there's beer in it, that's a guarantee.
I don't know why I'm slow, dirty, nodding everything. Wait till this video gets going. I'm like, why are you slow, dirty, nodding? Why though? It's like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
like
That looks like witch's brew.
it's like slow, dirty stirring. Wait.
All right, what kind of beer we got there?
I think that's a moose head.
Ooh.
I don't know because I'm not a beer drinker.
Well, I would have liked to know.
I think it is, but just because I don't drink beer normally does not mean I don't love the flavor in stuff. You can't get the same flavor from anything else. Even like the non-alcoholic beers, not the same.
I know, they're not for some. You would think that those would be okay for cooking, but they ain't.
No, they totally ain't. So for this, Barbecue Pops look away because he hates whole wheat, but I love it.
I like it.
So I'm using a half and half blend. I've decided to go half with a sprouted whole wheat.
Ooh.
Extra fancy.
What does that mean?
It means that the wheat kernels have been sprouted. So it really makes it so it's more digestible and it has a little bit more protein. And the other half, bread flour, because I do love a good bread flour. It
Okay,
makes it
so
a bit
it's like
chewier.
half good, half
Extra
fair.
fiber.
Okay. No, well, I meant the good part was the sprouted part.
Oh, I thought you meant the good part was the bread part, the bread flour
Either
part.
way, this is looking righteous.
Okay, so what's weird about this focaccia, it's a no-knead overnight focaccia. So you add the yeast to the flour mixture instead of blooming it with sugar and the liquid.
Interesting
part.
method.
Okay, so we've got the salt in there, some slow, dirty nodding.
Now, I am noticing that. Now, the no-knead thing.
Okay,
I don't know if I'm with you on that.
why?
Because I feel like I've done them before and I can't not get in there.
All right,
Okay, so-
I'm with you.
Yeah,
You'll see in just a second. I'm stirring it.
this
See?
is-
Slow, dirty touching. It's like, because it was slightly warm.
That took my breath away.
I was
buddy.
like,
I'm what is
hey.
happening there?
Because it was so hot out on this day, so the beer got warmed up and it was a nice
Ooh.
feeling. It was like bubbly
Zingy
and
bubbly.
yeah. Okay, so you'll see it's no need. You're supposed to just put the mixture together here, combine it until it forms a sticky ball, and then you're good to go.
So
But-
it's still mixed.
So it is still mixed. You have to make sure that the flour is incorporated and the beer mixture is all incorporated in there. But I can't knock it in there too.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, good luck stopping at that. I'd be like, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Like
Yeah.
normal.
And I did want to give it a little bit of
You
here
are
we go.
getting in there. You're giving it some here we go.
I had to. So I just gave it a few kneads. It's not mandatory. You can do it both ways and it still turns out just as good because I made 2 of these and one of them I didn't knead hardly at all.
Wait, is this 2 separate doughs or
No.
you got 2 from one?
No, this is just one dough recipe, but I
Okay.
made 2 of them to make this video because of how the video plays out. But I made them both and the first one I didn't knead at all and very similar results.
Oh, okay, so it is no need then.
It is no knead. I just like to knead it. But on that note, once you put the dough together, make sure you oil the top. And the reason for
The
that,
top or like the whole thing?
just the top.
Why?
And the reason for that is because as it rises, it will form like a crust on the outside in the
That's
fridge
like every dough.
if you don't oil it. But if you
Have to oil, but I always like oil and then give it a flip flop.
I didn't flip-flop it.
Give it a oil around the side too, because if you don't oil the side in normal typical pizza doughs, it'll stick.
But you
And I
kinda
learned
want-
that the hard way.
Yeah, but you want this one to stick. So look at the side.
Weird.
So if you don't oil the top, it forms a hard crust that's hard to get rid of.
Okay,
But
that's beautiful.
so this is literally 24 hours later.
Weird.
But you want it to kind of stick to the bottom to use the bowl to rise up. Now, you can leave this for like 18 hours, but I left it for a good 24 hours. So I made it at around
If you're
10:30.
gonna take it to 18, do a full 24.
Yeah, I made it at around 10:30 one morning and then got it ready to take out of the fridge at 10:30 the next day.
That's ideal.
I gave it a lot of time. Then you dump it out into a pan, let it rise for another 4 to 5 hours, and this
Okay.
is where it gets all puffy and it gets all pillowy.
Oh, I
and
love this part. Oh,
this is my
yeah.
favorite part.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Make sure you have clean hands.
Yeah.
You don't want to be getting in
And
there with
nails. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Artificial nails. I'm sorry if you have them currently. If you're wearing artificial nails right now, those aren't clean.
They're not hygienic.
They're not. Nails in itself are not clean.
None
Like
of those are
regular nails, artificial nails, and this not a good mix.
No, stuff gets stuck under them. I don't even want to know what. Okay, so get some rosemary, pick some from the garden. This isn't mandatory, but again, it's gonna make it taste really phenomenal. I love the combination of beer and rosemary together.
Can you do dried if you don't have
Yes.
fresh?
There's one of the herbs that is very interchangeable, fresh or dried. And then you wanna go in with some flaky salt,
Oh, yes.
which you know I love.
Yes, who doesn't love flaky salt? Has really had a moment lately.
It comes in smoked, but I personally can't tell the difference.
Yeah, I know. I think, and you know what? I'm gonna go so far to say, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
It doesn't look different, and it doesn't taste different.
No.
But yet the price is different.
Oh,
Classic.
yeah. So we've got the Ninja outdoor wood-fired oven out up to 425.
Oh, this is an oven?
Yes. 425 degrees. And I've got 30 minutes on the timer. It's not going to take the full 30 minutes, but I like to give myself extra time to make sure that the unit does not shut off.
Did you put it in the pan?
I did use the pan.
Ooh, so it's going to be the whole size of the pan.
Yes, but you'll notice right here.
I did not even notice that's what that was.
I left the stone in by accident. So I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not. I put the pan on top of the stone, and I was like, I don't know if I should be doing this, but watch. 25 minutes later, it's crusty, it's brown, it smells so good.
Okay, that looks fantastic. And I'll say probably the pizza stone probably helped it because it probably did act the way a pizza stone acts. Like, you know how you preheat the oven with it in there?
Yeah.
So it gets hot? That probably made that, like, was it crusty and like perfect on the bottom?
It was perfect on the bottom.
Well, then I would say that probably was the pizza stone.
Maybe. I don't know if I'd do it any other way now.
Now I think I want to do this and I'm going to do that mistake. Sometimes mistakes are the best way that you learn in the kitchen.
Yes, and it turned out, look at, it's light, it's airy, it's pillowy. Can I just tell you, I could not stop eating this.
Can I just tell you, I'm going to step to barbecue pops on this. I'm sorry, what's wrong with whole wheat flour?
I love whole wheat flour.
That looks fantastic.
And this sprouted one is phenomenal. I find it to be chewier, which in my books is good.
Oh my goodness, yes. How did you enjoy this?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. We're about to find out.
Dunk? Kiki loves a dunker, so do I.
I do love a dunker, and I wanted...
Marinara dunker. Marinara dunker.
No, I didn't want a dunker. We're gonna make it into a cheeseburger sandwich.
Buddy, don't do me like
A
that.
smash burger cheeseburger sandwich. That's truffle, it's mushroom, it's onion, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So you can cut this into slices, but if you want to cut it into like buns.
No, I'm sorry. Now that you mentioned the bun option, why would you ever do it into regular slices?
And you can because...
Screw the marinara idea.
Well, focaccia is good to have with a dip, with on the side of like a soup. But this one is so light and fluffy and pillowy that I wanted to make it into a sandwich, and it's easy to bite through. Like, you know, sometimes bread like this is too crusty.
Yes.
It's not crusty. It's a little bit crusty on the outside, but the inside is soft.
You want a crusty exterior, soft, pillowy. That's what makes a good bun.
Yes. So
you went double smash burger?
I went double smash burger.
Buddy.
So this is a truffle mayo that I put together very quickly because I wanted to enjoy it on here. Roasted garlic. You guys saw that truffle essence? I'm addicted to this stuff.
It's called truffle essence.
Truffle essence, but this is like the jarred garlic of the truffle world because it's nothing, there's no truffle in it, but I gotta tell you, I can't get enough of it.
Are you saying it has a little bit of a trash factor to it, buddy?
If truffle was from Oshawa.
Don't step to our hometown about that.
Then it would be the truffle essence because it's not quite truffle. But I've had them both.
Look, we're allowed to say that because we're from Oshawa, but anyone who isn't, don't step to us on that.
Exactly. But okay, so I've had real truffles. They taste like nothing. They don't have a good smell to me. They're rubbery. They don't taste that great, but that truffle essence, it's absolutely addicting.
Fake truffles, preferable.
I love it. And it's so versatile because it comes in a powder, so I made it into a very quick little mayo type sauce.
And you say I'm the trashy one between the two of us. You have a little ounce of you have a little essence of trash in you too, buddy.
Hey, at least I'm using truffle. Truffle in itself is high end.
I know. I don't even know if truffle and trash can go in the same sentence.
That's probably my favorite ingredient in the kitchen. I'm going to go on a limb and say.
You've said this 18 times before.
Oh,
we know.
It's so good.
We know.
Okay, so I've got a flat top here, and these are some frozen lentil burgers. They're like lentil.
Spraying that with oil?
Spraying it with oil.
Okay.
Lentil burgers, and I wanted to show you that you can make store-bought burgers. I know a lot of people have a lot of hate for store-bought plant-based burgers. Okay?
I know. I love a store-bought any kind of burger.
And I'm all for making
frozen sirloin burger, a frozen any kind of burger.
Yes, and I'm all for making homemade burgers, plant-based or otherwise. but the convenience ones can be just as good. So if you smash them out like that and add some cheese, make it into a double-decker with some mushrooms and a truffle sauce, make that for anyone at a backyard party, and I'm telling you, people are gonna be like, what is this?
That looks phenomenal, but I would, as usual, I got something to say here about
here
this.
we go.
I don't think the double, it should have been a double here.
When have you ever said a double shouldn't be a double?
But only because that bread, like sometimes you like a double because you're like, okay, I don't care about the bun or whatever. But here you want the bun, which is like the foccaccia bread. You want that to sing to you a little bit, you know?
But it still did. It was like a mushroom.
Did it come through on all that burger?
It sure did, baby.
Okay, well then fine. If you could still enjoy it through that, then fine.
Yes, you absolutely could. It was savory. That beer bread, surprisingly, the beer flavor really comes through in the focaccia.
I know, a beer flavor does.
Oh my good heavens. It was phenomenal. And yes, there are a lot of different steps to making that truffle mayo yourself. But if you have the time, I definitely recommend that you try it.
Yeah, this whole recipe is like if you have the, yeah, but it is if you have the time. But also it saves you a step because it's a store-bought burger.
Yeah, and that's a question.
A little bit of both.
Okay, and that is a question we get asked all the time is, I have people coming over to my barbecue and they're vegan and I have no idea what to make for them. That's why I wanted to create this double smash burger to show you how easy it is to take a store-bought burger if you're not familiar with the vegan world yourself and you have no idea how to make a burger.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to go, I was just gonna say, let's say elbows deep into that world.
Uh-oh.
You can just buy yourself a great vegan burger because there's a million of them these days, and then learn a little bit about a vegan aioli, so to
Yes.
say. Is this an aioli? Would you call that an aioli?
I'm calling it a mayo because to me it has a mayo texture, but I know there's gonna be a lot of people in the comments being like, that's not a mayo. It's a creamy dip.
Yeah, it's a creamy dip.
Oh
You
my
could use it as a dunker, but then back to the barbecue idea. You make the vegan burger, you have the focaccia for everybody.
Yes.
You could in between there, you could put any kind of burger.
Yes, and I also wanted to showcase this lentil type burger because there's a lot of people who also are like, oh, like the fake meats and they taste like meat and do they not taste like meat? Like, because it's constant in this community, but there are good vegetable-based burgers that are tasting like lentil and walnuts and it's not trying to taste like a beef burger, okay?
100%.
But it still tastes incredible. You can make that for anybody, vegan or otherwise, and they're gonna be like, this is a phenomenal mushroom truffle-y burger with a beer batter focaccia.
Truffle trash burger, call it what you want. Okay.
That's me doing a mic drop, okay? I've had enough. My Oshawa cackle.
Stop hitting Oshawa!
No, is it not?
It is.
It is. It's like a smoker's cackle.
Again, we're allowed to say this because we're from there. That's it. I don't want to hear any Oshawa comments in the comment section.
We're asking for it with this one.